Welcome everybody to the December edition of AwareNow, the Hindsight edition. I'm Tiffanys Harding, and today I'll be talking to Tiffany Kelly about her brand new book, Shine. Tiffany is CEO of Phoenix Rising, founder of Beyond Bamboo, co-founder of Roundtable Global, a speaker, and now an author of the life-changing book, Shine, Effortless Abundance. She's spent the last 20 years empowering people around the world and is now sharing her own journey to absolute empowerment via this must-read book. She's taking time out of changing the world today to join me for our Hindsight edition and talk about how we can use this awareness to elevate humanity. Welcome, Tiffany.
Thank you, Tyler. What a wonderful introduction. I'm sitting here listening to that thinking, wow, crikey, I've got quite a lot on my plate.
You've certainly done a lot, yes, and having read the book myself, I know how impactful it is, so I'm really delighted that you're here today. So first of all, a huge congratulations on having your first book, Shine, published this year. Can you tell us what Shine means to you and why you wrote it?
Yes, well, so actually, Shine kind of wrote itself in a way without detracting from the fact that obviously I was the one that put pen to paper. And it's a culmination of my experiences over the last 20 years, traveling around the world, working with people. I've dedicated my life to unlocking potential, doing leadership training, personal development. And really, it's an exploration and an invitation, I guess, for people to go on the same journey that I went on, which is understanding that life can be much more effortless and that we can create abundance, and that if we just change our mindset, then everything else changes. And I really wanted to share that with people because I'd created it into a program with Roundtable Global. We've been delivering it in 30 different countries, and everybody that goes through the program is transformed in some way. And so I just really wanted to make that accessible to everybody and to simplify it down so that anybody that is looking to be empowered and to make change happen in their lives right now could read Shine and they could go on the same journey.
That's brilliant, and I think it really does do that for everybody that I know that has read the book, and obviously being involved in the programs and things, you know, I see the change happen when people go through the process, so it's really amazing. One of the core philosophies is that everything happens to learn from, and that we attract in the experiences that we need to help us grow. Why do you think it's important for people to read Shine this year?
Well, first of all, I suppose just to explain that in terms of the philosophy is that my understanding, my belief system is that everything happens at the right time for you to learn from. Everything happens in flow when you're in this kind of effortless, abundant space. And a lot of people said to me when my book got published in March this year, just when COVID happened, and obviously I couldn't do any book launches or any kind of publicity around it. And everyone was saying, oh God, it's absolutely terrible timing for your book to come out. But actually, I think it's the best timing. It's it's perfect timing because it's all about understanding that what's happening in the world right now is a massive reset. It's a massive opportunity for us to look at everything in our lives and make different choices, whether that's family, friends, work, how we're living, traveling, holidays, absolutely everything. And Shine does that. It's split up into chapters that look at every single part of a person's life and offer you different ways of thinking and ask questions and provide you with homework and activities. And somebody who read it the other day said to me that it feels a bit like a guideline, a guidebook for the future. It's like post-pandemic, what does everybody need to do? What are the steps that they need to take? And Shine beautifully did that for me. It beautifully took me through the steps of understanding what I need to do to make my life the way it is now. And if I can share that, especially when there's so much fear happening at the moment, and people's lives are just so uncertain, Shine provides you with guidance of how to change that uncertainty into opportunity and think about the things that you can do to make your life different at the moment. So I think for me it's absolutely perfect timing, and I'm so pleased that it's out there, because I can't travel and deliver programs. It's all virtual at the moment. People can read the book and they can go on their own journey with it.
That's amazing. And you use the word fear, and I know that fear is one of the chapters that's covered in the book, and there is a lot of fear about at the moment. So helping people to sit with that and to really understand what it means to them and why they're feeling it is really important. And on that, this year has been a really challenging one for many people. How do you think Shine can help people once they emerge from this pandemic?
I think that it will help people because it will help them to see that this has been an opportunity for a reset, and regardless of what's happened, my there's lots of people in my ecosystem who work in events industry, festival industry, and they can't work at the moment. And so, for them, they don't know where they're going to get their next paycheck from. They don't know when they're going to be able to do mass gatherings again. However, it is making them creative and innovative, and it's making them reach out and create global communities that are virtual. And so I think for me, the main thing about Shine is that it gets you to think about everything that's happening in a different way. And so rather than receiving it and experiencing it in a fearful way, or a blame-based way, or pointing fingers at governments and people that should be doing this or should be doing that, it's a case of going, okay, well, what can I do? And what's happening for me right now? And what can I learn from this? And how can I utilize this time in my life to really, really make a difference and make some of the changes that perhaps I potentially wanted to make beforehand, but I was too fearful of making.
Brilliant. And it is really a time where, instead of people sitting around and being fearful and panicking about what's going on or what's happened, it really is a time to be solution driven and innovative. And I've seen a lot of people making changes in their life and being really successful and really enjoying the changes that they've made. So I think that's really important. Now, anyone who's a regular subscriber to AwareNow and has seen any of my columns before will know that this is not the first time that I've interviewed you for AwareNow. And so they will know, as I do, that you're working on so many other inspiring projects to help create global culture change, and also writing your second book. Can you tell us more?
Yeah, so just so briefly, because I know that you've already sort of introduced these projects into awareness now. So Phoenix Rising, which is a global movement towards collective consciousness change to make things more feminine. So understanding that we need to be much more nurturing, empowering, inclusive, etc., and really creating a platform and a global movement for change towards that. And then Beyond Bamboo, which is our organisation that's focused on conscious consumerism, so providing a space for people to buy or not buy, to recycle, upcycle, barter, exchange, and really impact the effect that we're having on the planet. So they're the two main ones. And then my second book, which I've just started writing, is called Rise, and it's all about the Phoenix Rising. And so it's all about that femininity, that energy, that kind of how are we going to emerge from the flames of COVID? And that's what COVID has been. It's basically brought the world to its knees. How are we going to emerge, and how are we going to be different? How are we going to use this as an opportunity? And Rise is all about that. It's all about my ideas and inspirations for how we can create a completely different culture for people to really thrive in. So we're not just surviving on this planet, and so it's here for future generations.
Amazing. And I just want to touch on that again, because I know we've spoken about Phoenix Rising before, and when we spoke about Phoenix Rising, when we talk about femininity, a lot of people think female, and we know that it's definitely not male or female, masculine and feminine. It's definitely a balance of energy, isn't it? And I just want to make that really clear for people, because I know that some people get it real sticking point and think it's a women's organization, or it's really, really focused on girl power or that kind of thing. So I just, can you clarify it in just maybe one sentence?
Yeah, sure. Well, I don't know if I can clarify it in one sentence, but it's definitely been something that I've been immersed in for the last 20 years. So for me, everybody has yin and yang in them. Everybody has masculine and feminine. So masculine is about self, and it's about making sure that I've got what I need to survive and thrive. And then feminine is about other. So that's about connection, community, communication, collaboration, etc. And I think we've created a very masculine society where we're all focused on what we need for us, and the femininity side of it is for all of us to say, well, what do we need for each other, and what do we need for the ecosystem, what do we need for other species on the planet? So yeah, you're absolutely right, Tanya. It's definitely not a female movement, it's a femininity movement for everybody. And I think another point of clarity on this, which is really important, is that there's lots of men in my ecosystem right now who are really struggling with mental health issues, anxiety and stress, because they're finding it difficult to tap into their feminine and express themselves. And I think it's really important that we get that masculine feminine balance also, so that men can step into their feminine and they can communicate and collaborate and feel part of communities. So it's a humankind movement rather than a female movement.
Brilliant. Thanks for clearing that up. Lots of men really, really struggling at the moment, as well as women, children, teenagers. I think everybody who's in this at the moment has a slight unsurety about what's going to happen in the future. So on that note, what advice would you like to give to anyone out there who's finding the world a really difficult place to be in right now?
I think that the main thing that I would say is seek connection. seek connection, communicate with people. I know so many people who are really struggling in terms of loneliness, in terms of stimulation, and use this as a time to really reflect on what's your passion and purpose. You know, what do you love doing? What makes you feel happy? And you know, if you're on furlough or if you're not sure what's going to happen with your business, then this is a real opportunity, because it's going to happen anyway, for you to think about what you love doing and what you can do to contribute to the world, and then go and join up to anything like Phoenix Rising, which is going to provide you with inspiration and provide you with a place where you can look at some fantastic projects and roll your sleeves up and get involved with them, because now is the time for us to make change happen. I really, really believe that. And you know, with everything that I'm doing, I invite anybody that's out there to get involved. It's truly for everybody.
Amazing. And again, human connection so important, and it's something that we might not be able to be physically with each other right now, but the joys of technology means that we're able to connect and be with each other on a virtual plane. Thank you so much, Tiffany, for sharing with us today. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sam. Really love the work you're doing. Love Awareness Ties and Awareness Now. What a fantastic organisation. So thanks for the opportunity.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. And thank you to everybody tuning in. We will, of course, include the link for you to purchase a copy of Shine, a really, really wonderful gift to yourself or for anyone who's found this year a struggle. Let's make 2021 a year of effortless abundance. We'll share the other links to Phoenix Rising, Beyond Bamboo, and all of the other wonderful things that Tiffany's involved in at the moment. And happy holidays, everyone.
Yes, happy holidays. Thanks, Tiffanys.